Fans of the ITV soap are aware that Becky's sudden appearance has thrown a real curveball at Lisa and Carla Connor. Viewers of Coronation Street believe they've uncovered Becky Swain's intentions, as opinions remain split on whether she and Lisa Swain would have shared a kiss if no one had walked in. Those who keep up with the ITV drama know that Becky's reemergence caused chaos, especially after Lisa had thought her ex-wife was dead for nearly 4 years. In a shocking twist, Becky showed up unannounced in the living room of Lisa and her new fiancée Carla Connor's house, number 6 Coronation Street, on their daughter Betsy's 18th birthday, despite her grieving family believing she had died in the line of duty. While Lisa struggled to process why Becky's death had been faked, Becky revealed that she had spent the past 4 years in Spain under an assumed identity after entering witness protection following a bungled undercover operation. Since then, Lisa has been wrestling with her emotions while trying to uncover the truth of what really happened. She confronted her boss, D.I. Costello, who confirmed Becky's story, though doubts lingered over whether he could be trusted. Meanwhile, Carla has been doing her utmost to support her partner, particularly as Becky keeps turning up uninvited. And even though Lisa wanted to keep Betsy in the dark about Becky's return, the teen found out anyway. During Becky's latest trip to Weatherfield on Monday, she visited number 6 again and revealed that she had rented a new apartment nearby. Becky sought assistance moving in, and after a clearly exasperated Carla told Betsy she had work commitments, Becky mentioned she needed someone with a car, prompting Betsy to suggest Lisa could come along since she had the day off. Lisa hesitated but agreed. Soon, however, her car ran out of petrol, leaving them stranded, and Becky took the chance to question Lisa about her feelings toward Carla. Although Lisa insisted she was happy, Becky couldn't resist revisiting her own struggles over the past 4 years without her family, admitting she hadn't been able to move on. She then tried to present Lisa with her favorite chocolate, a white mouse, before confessing that jealousy over seeing the love of her life move on had driven her return. As the situation grew more tense, Carla and Betsy arrived with petrol, with Carla secretly wanting to monitor Lisa and Becky. Later at the Rovers, a worried Carla confessed to Lisa that she felt insecure about Becky and feared being a marriage breaker. While they were speaking, Lisa received a text from Becky, including a photo of the chocolate mouse, saying it would be waiting for her if she wanted it. Lisa didn't mention it to Carla and reassured her fiancé that she had nothing to worry about. Fans of Coronation Street remain divided over whether Lisa would have kissed Becky if Carla and Betsy hadn't arrived, and also continue to question Becky's true intentions. Coronation Street spoilers: Debbie confronts secrets, Carla loses patience, and Theo faces his past. Tensions rise on next week's Coronation Street as Debbie Webster uncovers the truth. Carla Connor reaches her breaking point with Becky Swain, and Theo Silverton's history comes back to haunt him. At the start of the week, Abby Webster drops by the Chariot Square Hotel and tells Carl Webster that she isn't in the mood for intimacy and is dreading her birthday dinner with her husband Kevin and his son Jack. Unbothered by Abby's disinterest, Carl secretly texts James Bailey. On her way out, Debbie spots Abby with a hotel key and demands an explanation. Abby claims she stayed at the hotel previously and forgot to return the card. When Debbie insists she doesn't remember any booking, Carl steps in, blaming her forgetfulness on dementia. Humiliated, Debbie leaves, while Abby is unsettled by Carl's manipulative handling. Later, Debbie checks the hotel CCTV for a theft and spots Abby heading toward Carl's room. As Debbie pounds on the door, viewers are left wondering what she will uncover. Later, she delivers an ultimatum to Abby: pack her bags and leave number 13, or Debbie will tell Kevin everything about the affair. Elsewhere, Todd Grimshaw mentions he promised Billy Mayhew to help at the soup kitchen, while Theo struggles to hide his irritation. Later, Billy visits the bistro and is surprised to see Theo comforting his ex-wife Danielle. Back at the community center, Theo snaps at Todd and Billy before assisting Mary Taylor with dismantling tables. Theo yelps after trapping his finger, prompting Todd to fetch a first aid kit, though Theo can't hide a self-satisfied grin. Once the chaos settles, Todd is surprised when Theo agrees to join a night out in the gay village with Mary, Sean Tully, James Bailey, Glenda Shuttleworth, and Christina Boyd. At the club, the group enjoys themselves until a man, Owen, recognizes Theo, leaving him visibly shocked. Theo watches Owen closely as he quickly leaves the club. Encouraged by Theo, Todd hits the dance floor, giving Theo the chance to confront Owen in the restroom. Not happy with the encounter, Theo drags Owen outside, warning him to back off. After the night out, a concerned Todd tells Shona Platt and Gary Windus about an argument with Theo, who stormed off and hasn't been seen since. Later, Jake Windus brings a phone to the cabin, which Brian Packham identifies as Theo's, leaving Todd further unsettled. Meanwhile, Glenda Shuttleworth reveals to Jenny Connor and Rita Tanner her plan to rig the dating night so Jenny gets first pick at Georg instead of Christina. As Glenda draws names, Rita calls to say she's had a fall, devastating Jenny. George brings soup for Rita, but Jenny quickly redirects him to leave, embarrassed that she misled him about Rita's condition. Later, Brian reveals Rita only has a sprained ankle, prompting Jenny to apologize and hope for forgiveness after misleading George. Glenda then shows George a pros and cons list about Christina, but Christina snatches it before seeing it. Elsewhere, DC Kit Green leads Bethany Platt into an interview room at the station. She explains that she quit her London job, borrowed her boss's car without permission, and now faces theft accusations. Can Kit help her navigate the situation? Bethany later confesses to Sarah that she quit before being pushed and has returned for good, leaving questions about Daniel's reaction. Meanwhile, Asha Alahan refuses drinks, prompting concern from Nina Lucas. Later in the hospital ambulance bay, Asha watches paramedics at work, feeling increasingly isolated. When her mentor Sienna visits the shop, Dev Alahan learns Asha hasn't returned to work. Confronted, Asha lies, then storms out in embarrassment, before privately reassuring Dev that retracting her complaint was the right decision. Back on the cobbles, Becky Swain announces Becky's coming for lunch. Carla forces a polite smile, but when Becky tries to take a bite of Lisa Swain's food, Carla's frustration is clear. Becky claims she wants normality, but Carla snaps, saying her true intentions are obvious and far from ordinary. After berating both Lisa and Becky for being deluded, Carla storms off. Later, Carla visits the station and confides in Kit that she doesn't trust Becky's story and suspects there's more going on. Does Kit agree? Noah continued with homophobic remarks, testing Todd's patience until Theo intervened, telling Noah he meant nothing to him and demanding he leave. Theo and Todd finally had a moment alone, joined briefly by Dee Dee Bailey and Summer Spellman, but the peace was shattered when Danielle stormed into the restaurant, distraught and yelling at Theo. "What did you do to him?" she demanded, revealing that Noah had suffered a heart attack. Theo tried to reassure Danielle that neither he nor Todd had played a role in Noah's death. Back at home, Theo confided in Todd about his complicated relationship with Noah. "He wasn't always the villain," Theo admitted. "He was my friend, maybe the best friend I ever had," he added, confessing that he had loved him. Coronation Street airs Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and streams on ITVX and YouTube.